Let's go! The local Facebook group wars, the absolute drama hidden inside regional group chats. You think you are just joining a nice digital neighborhood to find out who sells the best local honey or why the police chopper is circling the block. Then you scroll into the electric unicycle threads. It is a completely different universe. You have full-grown adults ready to throw hands over battery voltages and tire treads and AI scripted videos. It goes from a friendly community page to a toxic gladiator arena in 48 hours. My routine is to sit back with a massive bowl of popcorn and watch the entire civilization crumble over something so stupid. Someone posts an innocent picture of their new wheel. Within 10 seconds, 3 separate people in the comments are telling them that their specific machine is going to explode and burn their house down. There is always that one guy who thinks he is a certified NASA scientist because he watched 2 videos on lithium-ion degradation and loves to explain how he is well known in the community. The real chaos starts when people discuss the local bike paths. You have the casual commuters who think anything over 12 miles per hour is a crime against humanity. Then you have the speed demons who think the park trail is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They start threatening to film each other. They threaten to call the park rangers. They start mapping out territory like they are rival gangs in a 90s movie. The gear elitists are the absolute worst. If you do not ride dressed like a medieval knight heading into World War III, they treat you like a ghost. You post a clip wearing normal knee pads and the comments section acts like you just jumped out of an airplane without a parachute. They start throwing around technical terms about impact ratings and slide zones, sounding like insurance adjusters who forgot to take their medication. Then you get the complete opposite side of the spectrum. The guys who ride these high-performance machines wearing nothing but flip-flops and a backward baseball cap. The group chat loses its mind. The safety police start writing essays that are longer than the Old Testament. The reckless riders just reply with a single laughing emoji. That one little emoji causes a 3-day digital riot that ends with 4 people getting blocked. The pedal adjustment debates are pure comedy. People argue about microscopic angles like they are structural engineers designing a skyscraper. One person says a 2-degree tilt saved their ankles, and another person replies that a 2-degree tilt is a direct ticket to the emergency room. They start uploading screenshots of technical diagrams with red circles and arrows drawn all over them. It looks like a true crime documentary board. And the firmware update days. The manufacturer drops a new software patch and the Facebook group turns into a digital doomsday cult. Half the group says the update made their machine ride smoother than a cloud. The other half claims the exact same update bricked their wheel and caused it to develop a mind of its own. Everyone becomes a software programmer overnight, typing out giant paragraphs of theories that make absolutely zero sense. The suspension arguments are just as unhinged. People will argue for weeks about whether air shocks or coil shocks are superior. They act like their personal honor is on the line. Someone will post a video of themselves riding over a single tree root, and the critics in the comments will dissect the video frame by frame to prove the suspension settings are completely wrong. You also have the phantom noise posters. Someone uploads a 3-second video of a tiny clicking sound coming from their wheel. The entire comment section goes into a panic. One person says it is a loose bearing. Another person says the motor axle is about to snap in half. By the end of the thread, the original poster is convinced their unicycle is possessed by a demon and they need to call an exorcist. The worst part is when the online drama leaks into the actual weekend group rides. You show up to the parking lot and you can feel the tension in the air. The 2 guys who were calling each other names in the comments at 3 o'clock in the morning are now standing 20 feet apart, pretending to check their tire pressure. Everyone is waiting for someone to make a move. Most of the time, nothing actually happens in person because everyone is suddenly very polite when they are face to face. The internet gives people this wild courage that completely disappears when they have to look at you while wearing a full face helmet. They go back home, open up the app, and immediately start typing up a brand new post about how someone cut them off during the ride. The local group chats are a soap opera for people who like riding on one wheel. You do not even need to watch television anymore. You just need to wait for someone to ask a basic question about what tire pressure they should run in the rain, and you get a front row seat to a digital civil war. The local drama scales up when someone mentions aftermarket parts. That is the ultimate trigger. You have guys spending thousands of dollars on custom CNC machined aluminum pedals and fairing blocks, looking like they are preparing their unicycle for an aerospace exhibition. They post a photo looking for compliments, but the purists immediately swarm the thread. The purists start lecturing everyone about how the factory engineering team spent millions designing the stock parts and changing a single bolt will throw off the entire center of gravity. Then you have the budget builders who try to replicate those high-end parts using cheap three-dimensional printers and heavy-duty duct tape. They proudly upload a picture of a battery bumper they printed in their garage using neon green plastic. The elitists lose their minds. They start predicting catastrophic structural failure at 40 miles per hour. They say the plastic will shatter into sharp shrapnel and pierce the battery cells. The budget builder replies by posting a video of himself jumping off a flight of concrete stairs just to prove them wrong. The marketplace posts are an absolute goldmine of comedy. Someone will try to sell a heavily beaten, scratched up, ancient unicycle that looks like it survived a demolition derby. They list it for $50 less than the price of a brand new current generation model because they claim it has emotional value and PC stickers. Thicks. The comment section turns into a comedy roast instantly. People start offering to trade old lawnmowers, broken video game consoles, or half-eaten sandwiches. The seller gets incredibly defensive, starts calling everyone broke, and threatens to delete the post and move to a private forum. The weather debates bring out the weirdest theories you will ever hear. The moment the first rain cloud appears in the summer, the group chat splits into two distinct factions. You have the waterproof extremists who claim they ride through deep puddles and literal blizzards without a single care in the world. They call everyone else soft. On the other side, you have the paranoid riders who refuse to take their machine out if the humidity level goes over 50%. They swear that a single drop of morning dew will seep into the control board and cause an immediate electrical short circuit. The local speed traps create another massive wave of panic. Someone will post a blurry picture of a police cruiser parked near a popular bike path, and the group chat treats it like a national security emergency. They start planning alternative routes, sharing secret escape paths through the bushes, and discussing the legal definition of a motorized vehicle in their specific state. Everyone becomes a constitutional lawyer within an hour. They start quoting traffic codes from 1974 to prove they have a legal right to ride on the sidewalk. The tire bead seat discussion is where people truly lose their sanity. When a new tire gets installed, getting it perfectly straight on the rim is an obsession for these guys. Someone will post a video showing a microscopic wobble in their tire that you can only see if you slow the video down to 1% speed. They ask the group if they should deflate it and start over. The comments will contain 50 different methods involving dish soap, heavy-duty ratchet straps, industrial heat guns, and prayer. If you follow all the advice, you end up ruining a perfectly good tire. The ultimate showdown always happens around the annual group ride organization. Choosing the starting location and the average speed of the ride is harder than negotiating a global peace treaty. The fast riders do not want to wait for the beginners, and the beginners feel excluded because they get left behind at the very first traffic light. The organizer tries to please everyone and ends up getting completely roasted by both sides. By the time the weekend arrives, 3 separate splinter groups have formed, each hosting their own rival ride at the exact same park. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.